Nerderotic.com.
Welcome back to Nerderotic. My name is Gary Beekler, and I come to you from Nerderotic.com, and we need to talk about the most protected actress in the history of Hollywood, Brie Larson. Captain Marvel's Brie Larson, and they are connected, and even though this involves a Netflix film that she directed and starred in, it is because of Captain Marvel she got this film, in my opinion. And it caused Netflix and Brie Larson to target a fan for simply saying he didn't like the trailer of her film. That is it. He didn't say anything outrageous. He didn't say anything derogatory. Let's go to the Bounding in the Comics article. Please forgive the semi-ASMR voice here. Everybody's asleep, and this is a late night recording. From Bounding into Comics, Captain Marvel star Brie Larson participates in targeted harassment against Netflix Unicorn Store critic by George Arenas. Captain Marvel star Brie Larson jumped at the opportunity to bash a critic of her and Netflix's Unicorn Store trailer, engaging in what many are describing as targeted harassment. This might be my first Twitter drama video, and it won't be my last. I'm not on Twitter that much, but if you do want to find me on Twitter, it's at Nerderotics. Please give me a follow. I do interact with the listeners and the viewers and the Nerderotics around here, but I generally don't look for trouble on Twitter, but sometimes it does find me, especially with Captain Marvel. Actually, with all of my criticism of Doctor Who, of Star Trek Discovery, the most clapback I've gotten is from Captain Marvel fans and MCU fans. And I understand that, but as all things with Twitter drama, it starts with a tweet. So excited to share the trailer for Unicorn Store, Brie Larson's directorial debut, and an absolutely charming, heartfelt exploration of the things that drive us and the creativity that adulthood often tries to extinguish, because adulthood is a sentient thing, and it goes out and it tries to extinguish creativity in individuals, because individuals are not responsible for the extinguishing of their own creativity. Netflix recently posted the trailer to Unicorn Store on Twitter on March 22nd and was for the most part well received. However, a number of people were critical of the trailer, and one of those was Twitter user Gill. Gill wasn't really harsh in his criticism, describing his reaction to the trailer as blah before offering some advice to Netflix and Larson. LOL, this looks like blah. Take notes from Jonah Hill, who was mentored by Martin Scorsese and took years before he made his directorial debut out of respect for the artistry of film and the position of director. This seems like she's riding Captain Marvel's wave. Oh my god, what a troll, what a misogynist, what a sexist. He should be put in jail. Somebody should arrest this man. So at this point, Joe would probably expect a few retweets, a few likes, go on about his day. But Netflix comes in. Netflix film Twitter handle, who had originally posted the trailer, would respond to Joe with a list of Brie Larson's credentials. Replying to at the Joe Gill, at Brie Larson. Brie Larson has 58 acting credits, 53 award noms, 2 writing credits, 2 short film directing credits, 1 composing credit. I wonder if it was this. So objectifying. 1 producing credit, 1 Oscar, 1 feature directing credit, which I think she just got, right? Been working since 1998. Worked with Apatow, Baumbach, Wright, Bowden, Fleck, Abramson, and more. Generally, you would think that a large corporation like Netflix and whoever was in charge of their Twitter handle, or that in particular Twitter handle, would be professional enough to just let that slide. But then they had to respond to it, and it really doesn't end there. But the danger of this is you're this large corporation and you're flexing your muscles to protect Brie Larson, and you risk getting this guy in trouble, having a bunch of people like digitally in trouble, having a bunch of people target him. This guy with 350 some odd followers, not that that's a low amount or anything, but considering your Netflix, you would think they'd be more professional, but they weren't. Okay, so what? They shot back with some credentials, but then Brie Larson retweeted it, really showing herself to be extremely petty and thin-skinned. And this was also extremely petty of Netflix. And you would think that companies like this and a multi-million-dollar actress would I don't know, kind of just let this stuff slide. I'm sure she's had criticism before, but everybody feels like they need to be a white knight for Brie Larson for some reason. And that's where the trouble starts, because then Bounding Into Comics writes an article about it, and then people start making YouTube videos. And then they call us toxic when we are simply reporting what could be construed as targeted harassment from a major corporation and an actress simply for criticizing a trailer. A few notable Twitter users took note of Netflix and Larson claiming they participated in targeted harassment against Joe. Adam Tran pointed out how a multi-billion-dollar company went after a user simply for criticizing their product and indicated that Joe had to lock his account. His account is still locked. Multi-billion-dollar conglomerate Netflix dunks on Twitter user with 358 followers and sends 55,000 psychos his way so hard he has to lock his account for the sin of saying Brie Larson's directorial debut looks meh. Slay Queen, not targeted harassment? And he's responding to ET Canada's tweet. Netflix shuts down a Twitter troll who dissed Brie Larson and the trailer for her directorial debut. A troll now. It's a troll. So any form of criticism is trolling now. Others also describe the actions of Larson and Netflix as harassment. Not smug, at not smug. The dude had to lock his account after Netflix sent over 50,000 people after them, but okay, sure. How dare anyone say Brie Larson's acting is mediocre, right? Do be quiet, ET Canada. Don't you ever tell me that harassment for going against the establishment doesn't exist. What Larson did in being complicit is twice as disgusting as what Netflix did for initiating it. Whoever made that tweet on the Netflix corporate account should be fired. End of. I don't think the person should be fired, but maybe they can go to some HR professionalism class. Awesome Lego Dragon. You can't see it because Netflix and their followers decided to bully him for daring to have an opinion about a cringe film. This is another reason why I don't have a Netflix subscription. Daily Gen. It's despicable. I can't believe Netflix is part of this. Also, all of the pile-on harassers, sick. Twitter does not have a clear definition of targeted harassment, but they do have a definition of abusive behavior. You may not engage in the targeted harassment of someone or incite other people to do so. We consider abusive behavior an attempt to harass, intimidate, or silence someone else's voice. Twitter openly admitted they suspended a number of accounts, including Milo Yiannopoulos, after engaging Ghostbusters actress and Saturday Night Live performer Leslie Jones back in 2016. Well, maybe the truth hurts. It certainly looks like Joe hit a nerve. Now, I go into this a little bit more in depth in the live stream I just finished recording with Odin's movie blog and comics division. Link will be in the description. But again, this shows Brie Larson to be incredibly thin-skinned and petty, and she escalated the situation. She had Netflix white knighting for her. She could have just kicked back and said thank you, but no, she wanted to one-up them. So I gotta wonder, why is Brie so angry? Yeah, you're gonna get criticized as an actress. It's part of the gig. We get criticized here all the time. I could pick out tweets like that all the time, and so can many other YouTubers and people on Twitter. But when I see things like this, Brie Larson has definitely earned her reputation. She had 250,000 retweets on that, and Netflix had 50,000 retweets. They didn't need to do this. So I hope you guys feel great, and I hope you enjoy the videos that are now going to be made. And I don't want to hear anybody complaining because it was you, Brie Larson, and you, Netflix, who escalated the situation. What do you think people are going to do? I got to cut this one a little short. Please check out the live stream. As I said, we go a little more in depth. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day, and may the small folks sing songs of your greatness.
nerderotic.com. Please subscribe.